I just got off seeing The Accountant 2. And I'm going to be completely honest, I watched the first Accountant movie maybe 2 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very decent, like, mid-budget action film, but I think it did a really good job incorporating, like, the different elements involving, like, Ben Affleck having autism and all the sort of components that went into that. And I think it made for a very slick and smart action film that was ahead of its time, but at the same time was made in a time where there's a lot of action movies like that. But that one just kind of stood out. But I really enjoyed it. So went into this film with some pretty decent expectations, but also it's been 8 years since we got in the first film. I don't know why we're making a sequel 8 years later for this movie of all movies. But I gotta say, walking out of this movie, I don't care about any of those reservations because this movie is far better than the first in a lot of ways. And I think this is a really, really fun action flick that you should go see this year. And starting off, having the decision to make Jon Bernthal our second leading actor alongside Ben Affleck was the way to go. He is a incredible actor, underrated actor that should not be in the supporting role that he was in that first film. So having that brother dynamic front and center is what makes this movie. I think their chemistry is just off the charts. It's comedic at times, and the action is brutal, especially from Bernthal, who is a beast and is eating up every single scene he's in. And the director definitely knows that, like, this guy's the Punisher because this guy is freaking awesome in this movie. And overall, I think this movie is just far more cohesive than the first film in terms of just direction and storyline. Like, we have our main villain, we have this mystery that is very compelling and a lot more driven and character focused than the first film. I feel like the first film was just a lot more exploring Ben Affleck's condition and sort of this world and stuff. And then we also had the brother reveal later in the first film. But I think with this film, we have our characters established. We have this world established. We know what Ben Affleck does. We know what Jon Bernthal does. So now we can just play with it, basically. We can have this mystery. We can have this team up. We can have this dynamic. And we can essentially just do whatever we want. And that leads to a lot of scenes in this movie that are just very random or very comedic. There's a lot of the first act of this film sort of, I don't think, really knows what it wants to be. But I think when Bernthal shows up, it has that focus, it has that story, and it delivers a bonkers final act with some really cool action that I think everyone will appreciate. But overall, a really good sequel, a really good film that has come out this year. And yeah, go see it. And Jon Bernthal is awesome!